for those who don't know, Dead Cells development has stopped. This update is the last update for Dead Cells. However, Motion Twin is actually working on a new game, which is going to be in early access, hopefully sooner rather than later, because I want to play it. They are working on a new game called Windblown. They just released a 15-minute single-player first ever gameplay trailer. We're gonna check it out. This game's supposed to be co-op too. Okay, so we know this is a roguelike. You equip a pulsar. We don't know what a pulsar is. We got the dash. Oh, maybe the pulsars are dash. Maybe you can get different kind. Fish knife. So we got our sword. Wow. Oh my god, the dashing's so quick. Is that the 10 Red Bulls they're talking about? They described it as Dead Cells if it drank 10 Red Bulls. I wonder if you can fall. Like, if you do the dodge over the platform incorrectly, I wonder if you can fall to your death. I like the music. I like that dashing can break barrels. Like, if you had to attack every barrel, that would be awful. Oh, another quick note. I know I said I'm not going to pause very much. I love it when the gameplay trailer doesn't have God mode enabled. They took damage, their HP dropped. A lot of trailers for roguelike games, they just turn all that stuff off. We used to be like you, if I remember correctly, but we didn't end well. So these are friends that have died. If you want, we can help you leave this cursed place. We can share what's left with us. Wow, they're clicking kind of fast. But please choose me. You can only absorb one of us. No, me. Oh, so this must be a roguelike feature. Like, you're choosing one of the 3 things. Get a gift. Fusion Ha! Focus dash, random mark, deadly brutality. This is going very quickly. Randomly mark an enemy that takes additional damage. And then you can see it, our gift. Looks like you get 3 gifts. One, I couldn't tell if those were both fights or not. The visuals are really nice. Like, a lot more of a modern look. If you want to say Dead Cells is like sort of a retro, or at least fake retro. Did I play Poke Rogue? Yeah, I did like 1 hour of Poke Rogue and I kind of hated it. But I think I just don't like Pokemon games. This must be a skill. Yeah, we got an LB button, so we got a grenade. Motion Twin loves their grenades. Oh, that look like alti routing. Like, you could go up or down. I wonder if that was a parry mechanic. Oh, they're going backwards. Okay, so this is like the alti route. They're backtracking. Is there a health pot? Hades vibes, but not really. Yeah, I feel like even this you could call Hades on 10 Red Bulls. Alright, so we're dying and retrying. You're not built for Pokemon? I don't think I am. All I do is spam Ember, and I don't know why that's fun. I spam Ember until I find a water enemy, then I swap to my thunder enemy, and I spam Thunderbolt. Getting killed isn't easy to digest. Alright, so this, remember the game's supposed to be a co-op too. Up to 3 players. My name is Eperin. I wonder if it's gonna have like drop-in, drop-out multiplayer with matchmaking, or is it you have to get people? What's my currently most fun addictive roguelike? Between Raven's Watch and probably Ashla Ascent. Like, if I could play Ashla Ascent right now, I would. Oh, keep in mind, Dead Cells has, like, no text, no dialogue, like, very little story. So I wonder if this game, they're gonna try to get more story focus. Okay, so we got our health pot. I'm gonna say yes, they're probably gonna do more story. Much more dialogue than Dead Cells. Like, right now, I think we've already seen more dialogue than all of Dead Cells. Okay, so this is how we hop into a run, is you shoot yourself into a tornado. You're not convinced for this game yet? But you gotta play something. I know Rogue Prince of Persia is still in early access. So monsters don't just stand there, they can't jump back and dodge your attacks. It's so fast doing the teleports. Could this game be the next big roguelike among bigger ones like Hades 2? I mean, if Motion Twin does a good job, and we do a good job of showcasing the potential of the game, then yeah, it could be a big title. It's really hard to beat Hades 2, because like that's a game that you could play one time to get the experience, and it'll win rewards. It will win awards for that. That's a secondary weapon? So is it like Dead Cells that you can use 2 weapons at a time? Yeah, they're using Y instead of X now. Yeah, it looks like you can swap at any point. It'd be cool if, like... So one thing we don't have in Dead Cells is we have no real reason to, like, swap between weapons. Take, like, Whip Sword. Whip Sword is, like, one of the few weapons in the game where you do something, and then you press the other button, then you do something new. Most of Dead Cells does not have that technology at all. So it would be very fun if this game, they found a way to say, okay, if you have sword, when you swap weapons, your next weapon is gonna do, like, something else, and then, like, when you swap back to sword, the sword does something. That could be fun. We haven't seen anything that looks like a parry yet. We've seen perfect dodges, and we've seen that the sword can stun enemies, but we gotta know if they have parry. Because remember, parry in Dead Cells is probably like an OP mechanic when it comes to most video games. You can parry just about everything with almost no drawback. So I wonder if we're gonna have that. I like your Giant Killer plus Symmetrical build, for real. Yeah, I guess Giant Killer is an example, but what I really mean is, like, when you attack, that's the LB, so that's like a skill. What I really mean is, like, if you attack with Symmetrical Lance, almost like Kill Rhythm. Like Kill Rhythm, but not a mutation. It's built into each individual weapon. And each weapon has its own special thing when you swap. That's what I would love to see. Do you always dual bind weapons? No, only when I get a weapon that wants it, like kunai, pure nail. Anything that makes sense for that kind of gameplay. Whip Sword goated? I like Whip Sword conceptually. I do get hit with it a lot. Whenever I get hit with it, I hate it. When I don't get hit, I love it. Okay, so we're swapping out the fish knife for a new weapon. Wait, what? Is it charged? That looked like a completely different combo. I laugh whenever I see that. Is it charged? Okay, so they swap back to kunai. Yeah, so that has a regular combo, but then it does like an ultra combo on whatever that sword is. So now it's charged. maybe it's for landing an X number of like heavy attacks, which also is like a different feature. I wonder how the sword does the launcher. Is it like if you hold the button it does it? They have emotes. You can teabag? We can't teabag in Dead Cells. Choose a gift. Kills activate brutality, spawn a scythe. Every X damage you spawn a scythe. Okay. Sorry if I missed any chat, by the way. More of a whip sword Bloodborne type. That's probably why Bloodborne's a top 3 game. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of roguelikes could probably do that mechanic. Trick weapons and combo style weapons, but a lot of them don't. You just have a light attack and a heavy attack. Oh, wow. No transition from like the regular gameplay to this shop. Very seamless looking game. Okay, so this is how you like transition into the next biome. Oh wow, I was gonna say, is it a 2D section like Sonic the Hedgehog? That'd be kind of sick. If it's like Sonic Generations where it goes from like 3D to 2D. All in the single run. Sorry, now I'm just talking like I should just make my own game. Okay, so that's the scythe when you do 250 damage, I think. I wonder if this must be an elite. That's one complaint that a lot of people had about Dead Cells, is that you have a biome, but every monster is just like a basic biome monster. Like, I need something not a boss, but close to a boss. Alter attack. Wait, back up. Is that exactly what we were asking for? Alter attack. Use your first weapon until you get the signal to use your second weapon. Wait, that's kind of sick. So it's almost like you're generating a charge on one weapon, and then the game tells you second weapon ready, and then you swap to it. Chat, are you all dizzy yet? This is supposed to be 3-player. Oh yeah, Curse of the Dead Gods. That's almost exactly what I want to see. Is like a reason to like swap into the other weapon. And it almost looks like they're cooking that. We gotta see how sophisticated it is. I'd say Dead Gods is probably the most sophisticated. You just want a mini boss? Yeah, we have like the ticks that spawn in the wow, I heard the brain fart here. After Arboretum, you have that tick, and that is like a mini boss, but that only exists on that map. In Fractured Shrines, you have the golem, the stone golem, so that's like very similar. You can skip those though. We want something to like prove our build works before we fight the boss, and I think a mini boss is how you do that. Is this Raven Watch? No, this is Windblown. We don't have a date for this yet. I think right now the favorite thing I'm seeing is the weapon swap mechanic. There's also, so the spawn scythes, that's activated multiple times. So they got like up to 2 sets of scythes spinning at once. That's something we don't have in Dead Cells. Okay, so basic roguelike stat up. Imagine making the 5 things I wish I knew for this game. Like, I think 10 mechanics just went off in the past 10 minutes. Even just the speed part, the movement. Someone said that hopefully like having 3 people on the screen is going to be okay. So that's the same kind of Raven Sword, but they changed for some reason. Yeah, these have affixes. Damage to burning targets. Oh, you got heal. Ah, nice. Should you switch to Twitch? I think you're fine on YouTube. I will never tell someone that you have to be on Twitch. Only thing that we needed for Twitch was chat integration, because there's no YouTube integration. Wait. Oh, what does 2024 mean? We need a date. Chat. We need a date. Okay, this actually looked very good from what I've seen. It's definitely not Dead Cells. I dare say it is not Hades. Now, I know if I were to post a video about this, someone's gonna say, V, Hades 3 just dropped. This is Hades 2.5. Hades, except you're an animal. Ocean Hades instead of, like, Greek Hades. It's gonna happen, I'm sure. But what I'm seeing here is, like, a need to actually, like, react on the fly. Like, everything is doing stuff, you are also doing everything. The map looks much more entertaining than what Hades does, but not to say Hades is a bad game, it's specifically good at what it does. So we need someone else who can do something different. We're almost October, whatever 2024 means, it can't be that far away. True, true. Low downtime between combat? Yeah, about as low as you make it. There will be a question on how much the exploration matters. Not that I need it. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. Like, in Dead Cells, you have a really big biome. One route leads to, like, a shop. One route leads to one exit. One route leads to another exit. I wonder if they're gonna go that, where the map is fairly large. Ideally, you want to explore all of it. Because, like, right here, we just found something, right? This is just the one fight, and then you go back. Some people really don't like having a big map where you fully explore just to get to a shop. Like, for some people, they want to just go straight for the end, which technically that's what Hades does, right? Hades, it's a straight line, except you're choosing the reward. In this game, I don't know if it's a straight line with challenges, or is it going to be like Dead Cells, where it's a big map, and you could straight line yourself to the exit, but then you might be doing yourself a disservice. Would you recommend Hades 2? Absolutely. I actually really like Hades 2. It just doesn't perform very well on YouTube for me. This feels like they might get a Sega collab, Year of Shadow. That would be so fun. Even if they do something like that. I want to figure out how does exploration work in this game. How's the meta? Is it... We saw a little bit of something after they died. So you go here, you talk to Eperin. You spin cogs, I guess. Yeah, okay, so these are the unlocks. You spin cogs. Just like Dead Cells, the healing flask is in here. But one thing that Dead Cells doesn't do that other roguelikes does is incremental meta. Meta meaning like this is the stuff you need to win the game. Stats, health up, damage up, crit rate, attack speed. That's the stuff we don't like. Hades does a good job of pairing it with a card system. Like, you equip cards, and that is how you power up your character. Dead Cells, we only have the health flask and selling. And I guess, like, the Forge. Forge is the closest thing we have to raw damage up. So as long as they don't do the bad meta, I'm okay with the blueprint system. Like this right here is okay with me. And then we only saw the first area. We don't know what a final boss looks like. Or at least a boss of the first biome. We have no idea what that looks like. We only saw a mini boss, which to be fair, I really, really like the idea of mini bosses. I know for some people it stops the gameplay. I want to just go, but I think this kind of stuff is important because what it does is it tests how good you have learned the game, like how good your build is, how good your gameplay is, how good your mechanics are. Otherwise, like you could just run through spamming your skill on cooldown on regular enemies. We need to go further beyond that with stuff like this. And if it's just one per biome, that's okay. So yeah, that's Windblown. No date yet, but very, very exciting. I can't wait to see this in action, and hopefully we'll be able to play it for you all. If you want to see more about Windblown, leave a comment. Let me know if that's a game that you want to see on this channel. Otherwise, you'll be seeing it whenever the game drops.